family has a history of paranormal experiences. My own grandmother had problems with entities. They come around, attack her. Before she died, she was afraid that she would not pass peacefully. My mom's had her own experiences with pestering entities, but she's older now, so they leave her alone. She tells me she will pray and they'll go away. There's a bit of relief knowing that I'm not the only one in the family that experiences paranormal things. It helps that I can talk to family members about it, because if I told anybody else, they'd probably think I'm crazy.
My daughter Angel Rose used to be this vibrant, social person. She worked and dated, she was full of life, and now she's a different person. As her mother, it's been horrible to watch her suffer. My greatest wish is for her to be free of these entities. When she met Yahoo, I told her right away to be cautious of this spirit. They're not to be trusted, and especially not to be loved. My mother went through pretty much the same thing Angel Rose is going through. The only difference is the intensity and the violence. I have had more spiritual experiences as opposed to attacks. I've had some entities come in, but once I began praying, they do back off. 3 years ago, I had a prophetic vision regarding my health. In my vision, I walked into this beautiful church, and the saints were all lined up, and towards the end was a huge cross. I immediately felt that had to do with my health, and within a week, I was diagnosed with cancer. My cancer is in remission. All I can do right now for Angel is to support her. I don't want her to continue declining her physical health as it is. I'm not sure if Angel Rose's problems are physical, spiritual, paranormal. Finding out the root of her problem motivates me to keep going. Before I leave this earth, I really need to know that she's okay.
We've been talking about the experiences in the astral plane. You have some of the same experiences, right?
Hers are a little different.
Right.
Whereas for me, if a negative entity is entering my room, I'm able to pray and they'll go away.
But you do have the awareness, the experiences of entities.
Yes.
This is a generational thing with your family. Why do you think that is?
I really didn't put two and two together until my mother died. And then I started recalling the times that she had told us how she'd started seeing spirits at the age of 4. And towards the end of her life, she would say spirits were coming in her room, waking her up, shaking the bed, touching her hand.
How old were you when you first experienced?
Not until I was about in my teen years.
And I asked Angel Rose when was the first time she heard about this, and she said that her grandmother kind of just gathered the children around when she was young, didn't go into any big detail about it or anything, but did introduce the concept at like around 5 years old. When do you recall talking to her about it the first time?
From what I remember, really did not hear her talk about spirits until in her 20s, when these spirits that recently died or passed would come and tell her to pass messages to their loved one.
So you had this in your life all these years and never mentioned it to your daughter?
Never really talked about anything like that.
Just the, you know, the Jesus and the Mary, the visitations about.
Oh, yeah, talked about that.
About joining the convent.
My experiences when I was younger, I would tell them.
Do you have a story or a question for me? Click the link in the description and tell me what in the world is going on.